This meeting is being recorded.
All right, so we're gonna go into bar now. Let me tilt this camera just a little bit more. I thought I had it right on par, but I did not. I'm gonna make sure you guys can see my feet. So you will need a chair and your weights and everything for the class. It's okay if this part of my head's chopped off. You don't need to see my face, but you can kind of see it every now and then. So we're gonna start nice and wide here. We're just gonna come on down and up, just getting nice and warmed up here. Got a couple new things today, which is why I decided to record today's class, so it'd be a little different. It's not like the same stuff that's on a couple of the other ones, so it's a little different. Make sure you're breathing. Hopefully you have on some good fun music. Coming down and up. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hold it on down, nice and low. We're just going to come here just up an inch and down an inch. Right here, you can keep the arms out. You can keep them on your hips if you'd like to. We're just going to be warming up those quads here a little bit. Got a good bit of lower body today, which is interesting because it's usually like first half is upper body, second half is lower body, but we got it intertwined today. Let's keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring those feet in just a little bit. We're going to come here to a small bend, rise up on those toes, straighten the legs completely out. So we're just going to warm up those ankle muscles here. So we're going to be up on the balls of those feet a little bit today. So want to make sure that the ankles and calves are ready to go. Let's keep this up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it on down to a nice high plank here. Feet are going to go back. You may drop down to the knees if you would like to. If you're going to do that, make sure that those feet are up. And let's just come on down to a nice easy push up right here. Warming up that upper body just a little bit. If you would like to, you may bring it to a tricep push-up where the arms are going to be a little bit more parallel. Or you may do a diamond push-up where your hands are in the shape of the diamond. We're still coming down and pressing through those triceps. So whichever one you want to do, it's up to you. Let's keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Stretch down back into child's pose here. Very gently press yourself onto all fours, tuck those toes underneath you, and just press up into a downward dog right here. You may walk your dog just to get a nice little stretch out before we start class. We'll walk those feet forward, stretch the body forward, hug those legs if you would like to. You can hold on to your ankles, or if you can grab the floor of the feet, you can straighten out those legs as much as you can. And very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, roll on up. Perfect. All right. We're going to go ahead and get started into it. So go ahead and find your weights. Now I'm going to be using a mixture of like 2s and 5s. So that's kind of the range you kind of want to be in as far as the weight goes. Keep that chair close by. We'll need it as we get into what we're doing. But we're going to start with 1 foot only, so one side. So pick a side, any side, step on back. We're going to come here, bring those arms to where the palms are facing out. We're going to rise and then lift. So we're going down into a lunge, bringing those arms up to a front raise. So those elbows are coming right back past your sides, nice and tight. I knew he was going to come up and lick the back of my foot. He never fails. So keep it up right here. Make sure you're breathing. We're still squeezing through those shoulders, keeping those elbows nice and tight. Let's keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hold that lunge down. Bring those arms straight out in front of you. Turn the hands to where they're parallel with each other. We're going to come up right past the ears and straight back down. So find that nice low lunge. And we're going to stay right here. He's looking down into the camera. It's so funny. Keep it up. You just want to be included. Keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Stay right here. We're going to start to pulse those legs. And while doing so, we're going to extend the arms out and bring them in, out, in, out, in. So you really want to be pushing through that pec, squeezing through those shoulder blades, while also in that low lunge, and you're just going up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. Doesn't matter if you're closing while you're going up or opening when you're coming up. Doesn't matter how that pattern's going. As long as that movement is in sync somehow with your movement, then we're all good. Let's keep it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Find yourself in a nice parallel position. No worries. We'll go to the other side here in a second. But you're going to bring those hands right in front of you, right here. We're going to lift those shoulders up and bring them back together. Now, at the same time, I want you to find a nice small bend here. We're going to rise up on those toes and bring them back down. So our feet are in parallel. So we're rising and closing, rising and closing. So those arms are just coming up right here. So we're still in a nice bend, keeping those shoulders rolled back, core is engaged. Make sure you're breathing. I wonder how long he'll sit here. Keep it up, keep it up. So you're really squeezing through those shoulder blades. Make sure you're not rolling those shoulders up. Keeping everything nice and flat. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Wiggle it out, wiggle it out. So we're just gonna hop over to the other side. So exact same thing, just other side. So we're gonna come down, bend at those arms. We're coming up and then down, up, then down. So make sure you're lunging on the other side now. Have to always put my chair there now. Maybe he'll always be in the videos. Keep it up, keep it up. Again, those elbows are staying nice and tight by your side. They're just lifting and coming right back through. So we're squeezing through those shoulder blades, pushing up through those, pushing through those front deltoids. Gosh. Trying to remember words while working out. It's very hard, apparently. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Sit down in that low lunge. Turn those hands to where they are parallel and facing outwards. We're coming here, all the way down, right past the ears, right up there near the eyes, or right at the ear line, whichever one it is for you. But those arms are staying out nice and straight, and then coming back in. Still holding that lunge. Figured this was a little bit more fun than doing just straight arms the whole time for a while. Make sure you're breathing. Readjust if you need to. I just did. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. You're going into those pulses with that little pec deck here. So you're going up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. Remember to keep those hands nice and light. We're squeezing through the chest and then through the back while also keeping that pulse right there. So it's down an inch, up an inch. Very, very small, small movement. Keep those shoulders rolled back. Make sure you're not starting to hunch. Keep it up, keep it up. I'm watching my timer to make sure we don't do too much of one side and not the other. Let's keep it going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going right back to those bent arms. Find that parallel stance here. We're going to rise up on those calves. Right on those toes here. So pushing through, again, it's a nice soft bend in the legs. Shoulders, back are all straight. We're just coming up onto the balls of those feet while still pushing through those shoulders right here. So if you're, I can get a little closer so you can see, but it's just a raise and close, raise and close. So it's just like that, rising up on those toes. Nice and parallel. Keep it up. Woo. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it down. Wiggle out those ankles. They've done a lot. Go nice and wide. Bring those arms up like a football goal. Here, I'll back up a little bit so you guys can see better. We're going to come down, and as we come down, we're going to bring those arms in. And as we come up, we're going to bring them out. In and out. So we're right back to those pec decks. I know we're almost done with these shoulders. That's why I said find those light weights. 3 to 5 range. I haven't even picked up the 5s. Keep it up. Keep it up. We're going to give those legs just a tiny break here because we're going to focus on biceps in a second. Squeezing through the shoulders. When you press back, squeezing through the chest, you press forward. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring those arms back behind you. Nice parallel knees. Soft bend. Bring those arms back behind you. Palms facing upwards. Let's press up, up, up. We're going to start digging into those triceps a little bit. Then we'll do biceps. You can grab your heavier weights if you want with those. Here in a second. Let's push through the hard part here. The triceps I feel are always the hardest. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold those arms back behind you. Bring the weights together. So they're coming back behind you and they're just tapping, tapping. So we're right back here, bringing the weights together. Tap, tap, tap. Nice light hand grip on those weights. We're not giving them the death grip. They're not going anywhere. Nice light finger grips. Just let them rest on the hands. Still soft bend in the knee. Shoulders roll back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wiggle out those arms. Find some heavier weights if you would like them. I'm going to grab my 5s. So that kind of tells you what I mean by heavier weights. So I'm going to grab my 5s. We're going to go ahead and just stand here with a nice soft knee, nice parallel. We're going to come up and down all the way here. So nice, easy, simple bicep curl. Just standing parallel. You can stand with a little bit of a wider stance if you would like. Just keep those knees soft. We're not trying to lock them out. Feel free to look down at your own biceps as you curl. Sometimes I like to. Keep it up. We're only going to be here for a short period of time, shorter than usual at least. Let's go. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring them all the way up. We're going to come halfway down, all the way up. Halfway down, all the way up. Make sure we're breathing. Upper body is almost done here, I promise. Although I think when we usually get to lower body, we're like, where's upper body? And we want it back. Keep it up. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going back to full range here, just to flush out those muscles a little bit. Make sure you're coming all the way down and then all the way back up. We're not letting those arms just kind of flop down either. It's a lot of control. Nice control over those arm movements here. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring it all the way down. Last little bit here. We're going to bring it halfway up, all the way down. Halfway up, all the way down. So we're going to that half point, all the way back down. These are my favorite bar biceps to do. Just because I feel we work every single head of that bicep. Right here, we're working that lower head. So that lower part right here that kind of dips down more into, I call it the elbow armpit, but it's that little spot where your elbow is the back part of your elbow. Keep it up. And then when we were doing the other one, the half up one, we were working that upper part near your actual armpit, not your elbow armpit. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Good. Place those weights down. Give yourself a nice little wiggle here. We're going to stretch out those arms just a little bit while they're still warm. Place one hand out in front of you just like this. We're just going to stretch out those biceps here just a little bit. Ooh, probably feels really good after all that. Good, and just flip. So then you're flipping so the fingertips are facing towards the ceiling now. And it's just a very light pull. You're not yanking it or anything. It's just a little light pressure. Good. Wiggle out the wrist and then just gently switch. And then very gently just switch that stretch out to where the fingertips are facing up instead of down. Or if you started with them up, turn them over, face them down. Good. Wiggle out the wrist. Big arm circle forward. Big arm circle back. One stretch across the chest. Let it shake loose. And then across the other side. Good. And one more, shake it loose. Find that chair. That clap was probably so loud on the camera. I always put a little warning when I put it on YouTube too. Keep volume low. She speaks loud. So we are going to go ahead, yes, grab the chair. Now this is going to be a little different than what we usually do with the chair. We will be doing our normal lunge with the lift thing. So eventually we'll turn the chair around, but I want you to have the back of the chair. Now your chair, unlike mine, should not be able to move that easily. But we're also not going to be putting all of our weight on the chair either. So make sure your chair does not have wheels and that it cannot move that easily. You can even use the side of a couch. So even this height is good enough to help you balance because that's really what it's there for. It's there for mental support. knowing that if you were to tip that way, you have something to catch you a little bit. So I want very light hand grips on those chairs. I always tell people to do the 2-finger rule. You take 2 fingers, you place the fingertips on the chair, and that's what should be holding you up. Now, pick a side, any side. We are going to end up doing both. We're just going to focus in on one side. So we'll be doing a set of some exercises and then switching those sides. So we're going to start by bringing one leg, whichever leg is on the outside of the chair here. Give a nice little soft knee to the inner leg. Lift that leg up behind you. So it's kind of almost a slight diagonal for you. So we're going to bring it on up and we're just going to lift and lift. Now, if you feel like you're more advanced, you would like a little bit more of a challenge, you may roll up to a nice high releve if you would like to. Now, I'm not going to lie, that's going to get very tiring very soon because we're up like this for quite some time. And it's just a lift, lift. I want you to be lifting through those side hip flexors right into that glute area. So again, very light grip. I'll catch myself gripping it too. It's only because I'm trying to keep it from moving. Again, your chair should not be moving like mine. So bad example of a chair, but I got hardwood floors. Keep it pulsing. So those tummies are tucked in, backs are straight. We're keeping a nice soft knee in that standing leg, so make sure you're not locking it out. If you lock it out, you will pass out eventually. So we never want to lock knees while we're doing these. Keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that leg out there. We're going to bend the knee, straighten the knee, bend the knee, straighten the knee. I'm gonna move off my wall here just a little bit. It looks a lot bigger on camera, but this space is very small. DC living. Keep it up. So we're extending, bending, extending, bending. Again, that leg is out past you, slightly diagonal. I tried to put the plant here to make it look more fun for the video, but I think she just might be getting in the way. It's a fake plant, so she's fine. She's okay to hang out over here for a little bit. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bend that leg. Keep that leg back behind you. I know the legs are screaming, but we're just going to lift, lift, and lift. Now, this should be coming straight from that upper glute area. So I'll even turn even more to the side so you can see. It's a lift, lift, lift. So it's just slightly diagonal past me, and I'm lifting, lifting, lifting. Now, if you're up on those toes, all the power to you, because I could not. Keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring it on down. Bring those back up a little bit. Bring those heels together. And yes, we will be doing the other side. So it looks like we're moving on, but we're not. Okay. We'll be doing this all again, just the other side. So come on down to our nice ballet squats here. So I'll turn to the side just a little bit so you can see. Heels are together. They're coming forward just a little bit. And we're just coming straight down and back up. Straight down and back up. So those knees are going to go slightly over the toes, and that's okay. I know that's the exact opposite of what I usually preach in all my other classes. We're going to breathe here. Breathe. If your heart rate's feeling high, the reason why is that we're working those big muscle groups. Your legs, your core, that upper body. We're working on that balance part too. We're working the endurance part. So burning a lot of calories, that heart rate's going to get a little high here, okay? And it's going to feel weird because it doesn't feel like we're doing too much, but we're doing a lot. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it all the way down here. Bring those knees in and out. In and out. Make sure you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're still nice and low in that ballet squat here. Heels are together still. Breathe. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring those heels down. Stay slightly bent here. Bring that leg that we had back behind us out in front of you. We're going to lift, lift. So this leg right here that's standing, I'm going to bend. So I'm in a slight bend position. You should feel that quad kind of start to heat up here a little bit. And you should feel this quad heating up from the lift, lift, lift. Good. Keep it up. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Find your chair. Switch it around. So that same leg that we were just working, so the leg that was behind you, it's now going to be the leg in front of you. I want you to come down to our low lunge position. We've done these before, so we're coming here. Hands are going to be very light in front of you. We're going to lift that back toe up off the floor. We're going to bring the leg in and then out. So we're tapping and tapping. That foot is barely tapping the floor to the point where if I could say just hover, you're able to hover. That's how little it's supposed to be touching the floor right here. Fingertips only on that chair if you need it. If you would like to try it without, bring those hands to your hips to help you balance. Focus on a spot right in front of you. That will also help. And again, we should be right in a nice low lunge in that standing leg. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Step that leg completely back. And let's go into some full range lunges right here. Just to flush out that leg. It tells it that it's okay because we're about to torture the other one here in a second. Just breathe here. Nice and easy. Catch your breath. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Get one good more lunge in there before switching sides. If you need to move your chair, just move the chair. So then that way, your other leg should be on the outside now, and that leg that we just worked is on the inside. All right? So we're going to do the exact same thing, just other side. So bring it on up and lift and lift. Nice soft knee in the standing leg here. And we're lifting, lifting. That leg is going just slightly behind us while we're still kind of facing forward. Turn so you can see it's just going slightly diagonally back behind me. The worst part about doing one leg first is now the other leg got a preview and now it knows what's going to happen. So it's like, no. But it's all right. We'll get through it. We got through the first leg. We'll get through the second leg. And at any point you need to adjust, whether it's because your chair is in fact moving or not, just readjust, pick it back up where we started. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That leg is going to go back behind you. We're going to bend and extend, just like that. Bend and extend. Come up there and get attendance. Bend and extend. Good. Good. Again, soft knee. I'll even catch myself straightening out that knee. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Give me 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend at that knee. We're going to lift and lift. Lift and lift. Again, it's going to be lifting from that upper glute area. Hopefully we don't feel it in the lower back. We're keeping that other leg nice and kind of softly bent. I'm still like right up on this wall. My foot keeps hitting it. and press, press. So you're squeezing and squeezing, squeezing. Woo! We're almost there. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it on down. Heels are together. Rise on up. We're going in to that squat. So those knees are going to go slightly in front. Tummies are engaged. Shoulders are rolled back. You're high on the balls of those feet. Now, at some point, you might start to feel a little bit of a shake. And if you do feel a shake, that's great. We're all about the shakes in bar. So if you start to kind of feel your legs doing their own little dance down there, that's what it is. It's those smaller muscle groups getting absolutely worn out, which is what we want. It's those muscles we never touch. Let's keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hold that squat on down low. Open and close. Open and close those legs. Make sure you're breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Bringing it in, bringing it out. Bringing it in, bringing it out. My timer went to sleep on me. I was like, no. I was like, I need to know. We're going to be here forever. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring down those legs. Keep that nice soft knee. Leg on the outside goes out. We're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Make sure you're breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. You can turn out that hip if you would like. You don't have to, but you should be feeling it right in that quad. Point those toes. Make sure we don't have any dead fish at the bottoms of our legs here. And by that, I mean just floppy feet. Put some emphasis on whether you want to flex or point that foot for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. If you need to, you can flip around that chair. We're going to go right into, yes, the lunge. So we're going to be here. Nice soft legs. We're going to come in and out. So that leg that you just had on the outside should be your bent leg on the front half of this. So we're coming into our lunge first, hinging forward, bringing that toe up and then back, up, then back. You may use the chair as a little bit of comfort here. Now don't put all your weight on it because then you're not working anything at all. You'll still feel it a little bit, but it won't be what we want. So you're tapping, coming forward. If you're doing it without the chair, you want to not have it for balance, but you need help with balance still, find a spot right in front of you and set your gaze there. That will help you stay focused and keep you from wobbling. Again, we're staying nice and low in that lunge. You might feel it a little bit in those glutes. That's where we want to feel it. That leg should be starting to feel like it's burning out. Let's keep it up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Place that foot on back. Let's go for full range lunges here. Those hands can go on those hips, then go out in front of you. Anywhere where they feel most comfortable, we're just flushing out those legs. Let's keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Get one really good one in there. Go nice and wide. No worries. We're not doing a lunge. We're just going to reach on forward. If you would like to, you can keep those feet facing forward. Or if they're more comfortable facing outwards a little bit, you can have them that way as well. So we're reaching down to the floor. If you cannot reach the floor, feel free to grab a hold of the backs of the calves, the ankles, or the thighs. Do not grab behind the knees. Never ever grab on a joint. So we're just going to reach over to one side right now. Getting a little bit deeper in that stretch. It's better to stretch them while they're warm. We'll walk it towards the middle before moving to the other side. Very gently bring those hands back to the middle. Walk those feet in to where they are right beside each other. Try to pull yourself a little bit more forward into your legs by hugging them. So if you're hugging them, you can hug from like the back parts of your thighs, calves, or ankles. And very gently, one vertebrae at a time, roll up. Bring one leg over to where it's like into a number 4. You may very gently press down, but only where the calf and the thigh meet. Good. Wiggle it out. Take that same leg, bring it back up behind you. If you want a deeper stretch, what you can do is grab a hold of it, press those hips forward, so let them sink down, and then pull that leg back just a little bit more. And you should feel a little bit more of a stretch right there in that quad by letting that hip sink. So you're almost like pressing the hip forward. Much deeper stretch there. All right, wiggle it out, other side. And brace yourselves because we're going to get into a little bit of core after this. Wiggle it out, stretch up to the other side. Again, sinking that hip down just a little bit more is going to give you more of a stretch. Good. Wiggle it out. Make sure your chair is out of the way so it's not going to bother you while you're doing the core. I'm going to tilt the camera down just a little bit. It's like Steven Spielberg quality right here. Look at that. Didn't he do that one movie though with the was it Cloverfield? Maybe that wasn't him. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. But that was kind of like that. Just exactly how that was. Just very wiggly and get you a little motion sick. So come on down. Let's finish up with some core here. We got about 5 minutes or so. So go ahead and bring those feet up to a tabletop position. This is where you can start. So we're going to lift the shoulders and the head up off the ground, keeping those arms out in front of us, just like this. If you want a more advanced level, straighten those legs out. But we're going to be here and press, press. Make sure you're breathing. My timer. It keeps going to sleep on me. I'm like, we're going to be down here for so long. Keep it up, keep it up. We're almost there. Make sure you're breathing. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring those heads back, arms down. Arms are going to go up. Feet are going to go out. We're going to go into dead bugs. We're going to come out, out, and then back in. So we're holding it out and holding. We're bringing it back in. So we usually do these in other classes as well, just because it's a great full core workout. But what we really want to focus on is holding that position and bringing it back in. So we want to hold and bring back in. Hold and bring back in. Good. Hopefully you guys can't hear my hip cracks on this camera. I'm over here sounding like a bag of Rice Krispie treats. It's so bad. Keep it up. Ooh, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Place those hands underneath the bum. Bring those legs straight up. I want you to find your lowest point. We're gonna hold it right here. Hold, hold, hold. Keeping those backs flat on the floor. So if you start to feel your lower back arch up, then bring those legs up just a little bit higher. So we're not, our legs are not pulling that back up. We want to keep that lower core nice and tight, nice and engaged. Let's keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring those legs down nice and flat. Flex the feet up. Hands are going to go back behind the head. Find a spot up on the ceiling. And we're just going to crunch up towards that. And up. And up. Good. There we go. I swear this timer literally gives me more stress than comfort sometimes. Keep it up, keep it up. So we're crunching and crunching. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to flip over to our stomachs really fast here. We're going to press on up to a plank, and let's hold. Let's hold that plank. Let's get a fresh timer started. If you would like more of a challenge, you can do with your palms facing upwards. So instead of down on the ground, palms are up. Keep on holding, keep on holding. Belly button's pressed into that spine. We're not lifting, we're not lowering those hips. Keeping everything nice and straight. Shift into those shoulders. We got 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it on down. Hands are going to go right beside the chest here, right beside the shoulders. And let's just press on up. Nice deep breath here. Lean that head back. Gradually bring it back down one more time. Press up into that cobra type of pose here. Then very gently press onto all fours to then shift back into child's pose. Inching those fingertips a little bit more at a time out in front of you. Trying to sit that bum back on those heels as much as possible. Let that head rest between the arms. Very gently bring it up to a seated position. Find whatever position makes you feel comfy. So if you want to sit crisscross applesauce, however, we're going to place our hands right on the side. We're just going to tilt those heads off to one side, placing the arm on top and just sort of letting it rest. And then bringing it very gently back to center before shifting to the other side. Again, letting that hand just rest on top of the head. We're not pulling. Should get a nice, good stretch right through the shoulders here. And very gently release. Bring it back to center. Take one deep breath in. If you would like to, you may raise the arms up above the head, interlace the fingers, still holding that breath. Very gently, as you release the stretch, you release the breath. And you've survived bar. I'm gonna come up there and stop the recording, but make sure that you tell all the other people to subscribe.